I used to think love was a building, brick by careful brick we laid. But you were the wrecking ball in slow motion, never loud, never angry, just made every wall crumble quiet, every window crack polite, till the whole thing stood in ruins and I was still inside. I didn't see the demolition coming. You smiled while you swung, said this is for the best so sweetly, while my foundation came undone. I'm broken from love, not shattered loud, not torn in two, just quietly fractured the way fine china splits clean through. You left no jagged edges, no blood for anyone to see, just 1,000 hairline cracks running deep inside of me. I'm broken from love, and the worst part is it still feels like love, even now that it's killing me. Favorite mug on the counter, the one with the tiny chip from our first fight. I run my thumb over the break every morning, like touching the scar might make it right. Walk past couples holding hands on the street, and my chest makes this small, sick sound. Not jealousy, not even anger, just the ghost of what we used to be around. Time rebuilds what's broken, but no one mentions how slow the glue sets, how every day you're still missing is another layer of regret. I'm broken from love, not in pieces you can sweep away, just been wrong, misaligned in every breath I take today. You didn't mean to ruin me, you were careful, you were kind, but kindness can be the sharpest blade when it severs heart from mind. I'm broken from love, and I don't know how to stop loving the hand that broke me down. I don't hate you for leaving, I don't curse your name at night, I just sit here with the wreckage, trying to understand the light that used to live inside these ribs before you turned it off so soft. How something beautiful can leave you permanently lost. I'm broken from love, and the breaking never stops. Every sunrise reminds me of the warmth you're leaving dropped. I carry the fracture quietly, like a secret no one asked to hear. Smile when they say you look fine, while inside I disappear. Broken from love, still whispering your name. Broken from love, and it all feels the same. reaching for the space you used to fill. Fingers brush cold sheets like they still expect a thrill. Your scent is almost gone now, just a whisper in the air. I breathe it in so carefully, afraid it won't be there. The coffee tastes like habit, not like mornings anymore. I stir it counterclockwise, the way you used to pour. Every small routine we built is turning into stone. I'm living in the echo of a love that's walking home. You didn't leave in pieces, you didn't slam the door. You just got quieter and quieter until I couldn't hear you anymore. I'm fading away slowly, like smoke that forgets how to rise. Fading away slowly, while your memory still lives behind my eyes. I'm fading away slowly, piece by piece, breath by breath, losing the color you painted me. One shade of you at a time, until there's nothing left. I keep your voicemail saved, like it's the last warm thing on earth. Play it when the silence gets too heavy, when the missing hurts. Your voice says, hey, it's me, and I still answer out loud. Hey, love, stupid habit that the quiet never allowed. I walk the same streets we used to, past the bench by the river, sit where we sat, watch the water carry pieces of never. I tell myself I'm moving on, but my shadow drags behind, still shaped like two people holding hands in better times. You said we'd always find our way back, but some paths only lead one direction, and I'm still walking them in the dark. I'm fading away slowly, like ink bleeding through wet paper. Fading away slowly, trying to hold your name, but it's growing fainter. I'm fading away slowly, the way a photograph left in the sun loses its edges, loses its faces into leaving. I don't know who I've become. They say heartbreak makes you stronger, but no one mentions how thin it makes the skin. How every memory becomes a paper cut, how loving you is oxygen. And now I'm learning how to breathe again on whatever's left of air. I'm fading away slowly, now with screams, not with tears that fall, just a gradual dissolving, like sugar stirred into nothing at all. I'm fading away slowly, and the saddest part I found is that even as I've with your coat half on, eyes already somewhere I couldn't follow. I reached for your sleeve like a child reaching for light, but your hand slipped away, soft and hollow. I whispered your name like a prayer I half believed. You turned just enough for our faces to meet, and the world held its breath for one selfish second, while your lips brushed mine in retreat. It wasn't fireworks, wasn't hunger, wasn't fire, just the quietest surrender I've ever known. A kiss that tasted like endings before the word goodbye found its home. That goodbye kiss still burns colder than winter on my mouth. The goodbye kiss, the last time your warmth ever came south. I replay it slow motion in the dark every night. Your eyelashes fluttering and closing tight. One final mercy wrapped in polite despair. That goodbye kiss took all the air. I didn't cry then, I saved it for later. When the door clicked shut and the hallway went still, I slid down the wall like gravity. Remembered every promise we broke on that windowsill. Your perfume lingered longer than your footsteps, fading in cruel, uneven waves. I pressed my fingers to where your lips had been, trying to trap the ghost of the taste that saves. You didn't say sorry, you didn't say never. You just gave me the softest weapon of all. A kiss so gentle it felt like forgiveness, but it wasn't. It was the curtain call. That goodbye kiss carved your name deeper than any scream could. The goodbye kiss, polite little murder no one ever should. I still taste the salt of the tears you didn't shed. The way your mouth said I love you was already dead. One last gift before you walked into the mist. That goodbye kiss, God, that goodbye kiss. I wish it had been angry, loud or cruel, something I could hate you for, something to fuel, but you chose kindness, the cruelest kind. A kiss that whispered this is over, so kind. And now I'm left holding the echo of your lips, wondering how something so tender could eclipse every tomorrow we ever tried to build with one soft press and nothing spilled. That goodbye kiss was the last honest thing you ever gave. The goodbye kiss dug the grave where all my hope is saved. I close my eyes and feel it happen again. Your mouth on mine, saying we're only friends. The gentlest blade that ever drew blood like this. That goodbye kiss, my forever goodbye kiss. Goodbye. The first hour without you felt like a hell breath. I stood in the kitchen, staring at the kettle, waiting for it to whistle, like nothing had changed. But the silence answered louder than metal. The second hour I checked my phone 17 times. No new messages, just the same old screen. I typed, "Are you okay?" then deleted it twice, afraid the question would make the leaving more clean. Time used to bend around your laughter, now it drags its feet across the floor, each minute stretching longer than the last one. Like grief learning how to keep score. These hours without you, they don't get easier, they just get counted. Hours without you, everyone is small surrender unannounced. I marked them like tally marks on prison walls. One for the coffee gone cold, one for the song that still calls, one for the way my hand reaches across the sheet. Hours without you, and I'm still not free. The 10th hour I try to sleep, but the pillow remembered the exact shape your head made when you faced away. I buried my face in, chasing the last trace of shampoo. But even sin has a way of betraying. By the 20th I stopped pretending I was fine. Sat on the floor with your old hoodie pulled tight, rocked back and forth like a child who's lost his way home, whispering come back into the night. I used to think love was measured in years, now I know it's measured in hours that won't end, each one carving a little more hollow where your heartbeat used to bend. These hours without you, they stack like unpaid bills in the drawer. Hours without you, each one heavier than the one before. I count them to prove I'm still breathing, count them to prove I can survive. But the truth is I'm only existing in the wreckage of being live. I wonder if you feel the hours too, if somewhere you pause and feel the pull, or if time moves normal for you now, while I'm trapped in this endless pool. Maybe you're laughing under city lights, maybe you're finally breathing easy, while I'm here collecting empty nights, counting hours like they might set me free. These hours without you, they don't promise morning will feel better. Hours without you, just another line in the forever letter. I'll keep counting till the numbers blur, till the tally marks turn to scars, till the clock forgets how to hurt. These hours without you are all that's left of us. Still without you. I keep your picture face down on the dresser. Can't look at it without the room going small. But sometimes late at night I turn it over, just to see if your eyes still answer my call. That crooked half grin you say for bad days, the one that made the world feel temporary. Now every mirror shows a stranger staring, who forgot how to wear it properly. I tell myself it's only been a season, the missing phase like bruises on the skin. But every morning proves I'm still wrong, because the hurting hasn't learned to thin. I miss your smile, the way you lit the darkest corners first. I miss your smile, like oxygen when lungs forget to burst. I miss your smile, the only thing that ever felt like home. Now the house is quiet, the light is cold, and I'm still here waiting for you to come back with that smile. God, I miss your smile. I walk past places we used to laugh in, cafe tables still set for two by habit. I sit across from nothing, order your favorite, watch the steam curl up like unanswered questions. People ask if I'm doing okay lately. I nod and fake the easy kind of bright, but inside I'm still replaying the last one. The smile you gave right before goodnight. It wasn't dramatic, wasn't angry, wasn't loud, just a soft goodbye wrapped in polite lies. You left the room, you left the light on, and took the only warmth behind your eyes. I miss your smile, the way you pulled me out of my own head. I miss your smile, the promise that wasn't already dead. I miss your smile, more than the words, more than the touch, more than the future we planned too much. I miss the simple proof that I was loved when you smile. I miss your smile, I miss your smile. I don't hate you for choosing different, I don't blame you for needing air. I just wish you'd warn me how final the last smile could actually be there, because now I carry its ghost in my pocket. Pull it out when the nights get too long, try to remember exactly how it curved before memory gets the shape wrong. I miss your smile, even knowing it's not coming back. I miss your smile, like a song that ends before the track. I miss your smile, and I'll probably miss it every day, until the day I learn not to say your name when I'm trying to pray. I miss your smile. If you love me, you wouldn't have practiced your goodbye in the mirror. Wouldn't have rehearsed the exact tone to make it sound kind. Wouldn't have folded my heart like laundry you no longer needed, and left it on the chair for me to find. If you loved me, the silence wouldn't lasted 3 whole weeks before you finally typed the words that ended us. You would have fought the quiet, not fed it. You would have screamed something, anything instead of trust. I keep asking the empty room the same stupid question over and over, like it might change the answer. If the love was real, why did it leave so clean? No mess, no scars, just gone. If you loved me, you wouldn't sleep so easy tonight. If you loved me, my name wouldn't slip off your tongue so light. If you loved me, this wouldn't feel like mercy, it would feel like murder. So polite and perfectly rehearsed. If you loved me, you'd still be hurting too, but you're not, and that's the worst proof. If you loved me, you wouldn't have kept the ring in your pocket for months, waiting for the right moment to hand it back. You would have worn it till the metal burned your skin, till it fused to your finger like a vow you couldn't crack. If you loved me, the last kiss wouldn't have tasted like closure, wouldn't have felt like punctuation at the end of a sentence. It would have tasted desperate, salty, unfinished, like we still had forever to spend. I trace the shape of your absence every night, try to find a place where love turned polite. What I care about you became the kind displayed, and you used it so gently I almost thanked you. If you love me, the stars wouldn't mock me when I look up. If you love me, this bed wouldn't feel like a grave dug up. If you love me, you would be awake right now, wondering if I'm breathing instead of dreaming someone new. If you love me, you feel this too, but the quiet tells me you never really did. Maybe love was only ever on my side of the room. Maybe I loved enough for both of us. Carried the weight, paid the rent, lit the candles while you were already packing. I just didn't see the boxes. I don't hate you for not loving me back. I hate that you let me believe you did, long enough to build a life inside the lie, long enough to break when the truth finally slipped. If you love me, I wouldn't be writing this song alone. If you love me, the melody wouldn't sound so hollow. If you love me, this wouldn't be the end, it would be the middle, a chapter we still had time to mend. But if you love me, you'd still be here and I wouldn't have to ask. If you love me, you'd feel it too. porch light on for 3 straight winds, hoping you'd see the glow from wherever you went. Every night I sit here counting falling stars, waiting for one to spell your name in the sand. The house feels bigger when it's only breathing. Walls lean in like they're trying to listen, but all they hear is the same tired question: where did you go when you said you'd stay with me? I keep walking the same hallway in circles, touching doorknobs that never turn anymore. Your footsteps used to echo ahead of mine. Now the silence just follows me to the floor. I'm lost in the dark, without your hand to guide the way. Lost in the dark, where even memories start to fray. You were the only light switch I ever knew. One flick and the whole world came into view. Now the bulbs burned out, the room's gone cold. I'm lost in the dark, and I'm getting too old to keep pretending I'll find my I talk to your shadow on the bedroom wall. It stretches long when the street lamp flickers through. I tell it all the things I never got to say, like I'm sorry I wasn't enough for you. Sometimes I swear I hear you laugh in the pipes, a ghost of joy rattling through metal veins. I press my ear to the radiator and close my eyes, pretending you're still laughing at my bad jokes again. I've tried lighting candles, I've tried screaming your name, I've tried sleeping with every light in the place. But darkness is patient, darkness is kind. It waits till I'm weakest to cover your face. I'm lost in the dark, where your voice used to call me back. Lost in the dark, and the compass needles crack. You took the map when you walked out that door, left me with directions I can't read anymore. Every path loops back to the same empty bed. I'm lost in the dark, and the dark's in my head. I don't want rescue, I don't want dawn. I just want one more night before you're gone. One more chance to memorize the shape of your light, before the black swallows even the memory of sight. Because if I ever find my way out of this, I'm afraid I'll forget what your warmth felt like. And that would be darker than any night without stars. Losing you twice, once in person, once in scars. I'm lost in the dark, and I start looking for the door. Lost in the dark, where love doesn't live here anymore. You were my north, my south, my only spark. Now I'm just driftwood floating further apart. No map, no moon, no mercy, no sound. I'm lost in the dark, and the dark finally found. inside the fog on the window. Promised the steam would never clear. You traced always with your little finger. I believed the weather would stay right here, but mornings came crueler than I remembered. Sunlight burned every word away. Now I stand at the same glass, breathing hard, trying to fog it up enough to see your name. I should've known forever was borrowed, like library books with someone else's due date. I lost my forever, the one I kept warm inside my chest. I lost my forever when you walked out lighter than the rest. I lost the version of me that still laughed easy. I lost the hand that fit perfectly in mine. Most of all, I lost the stupid, beautiful story that ended with you and me every time. Your toothbrush left a faint blue ring in the cup. I still can't bring myself to scrub it clean. It's proof we existed in color for a minute before the world turned everything grayscale again. I replay our last I love you like evidence, trying to find the exact second it cracked. Was it the sigh you gave after I said it, or the way your eyes already look past my black? Love didn't leave in a loud explosion. It leaked out quiet through hairline fractures. I lost my forever, the one I carried even when it bled. I lost my forever when silence became louder than what you said. I lost the future we used, a calendar and pencil. I lost the habit of reaching across the sheet. Most of all, I lost the right to call you mine. And God, that sentence still tastes like defeat. People keep saying time will, they never finish the sentence, because even they know some losses don't get finished. They just get carried like stones in cold pockets, getting heavier every winter. I lost my forever, not in one violent rip, but in tiny polite goodbyes. You thought I wouldn't notice slip. I lost my forever, and the cruelest part remains. I still love the ghost of us more than I love the living pain. I lost my forever, and it's still losing me. My forever. I felt it first in the small things disappearing. Your hand not reaching when the light was fading. The way I love you started sounding careful, like words you practiced, afraid they'd fail. I kept pretending every crack was nothing. Smiled through the mornings where your eyes were running. from mine, from us, from promises we buried under silence heavier than words we carried. You never said the reason, never drew the line. Just let the quiet grow until it wasn't mine. To hold, to fix, to beg you not to go. But love was breaking long before you let me know. Love was breaking, piece by fragile piece, while I was still believing. Love was breaking, and I kept holding tighter, thinking I could save it. Every heartbeat sounded like a warning I ignored, till the only thing left beating was the door you walked through. Love was breaking, love was breaking. Your clothes still hang like ghosts inside the closet. I touch the sleeves and feel how far you've lost it. The coffee cup you left still has your lipstick stain. I wash it slow, like maybe I can wash away the pain. I sleep on your side now to feel what's missing. The pillow still remembers how you used to listen. But now it's only me and all the questions screaming why you stayed so long when love was already leaving. You packed your heart in boxes labeled later, left me unpacking memories that only hurt greater. I should have seen the end and written in your stare, but I was blind to how much love can disappear. Love was breaking, while I whisper forever in the dark we're keeping. Love was breaking, and every I'm okay was just another lie repeating. You didn't leave in anger, didn't slam the door. You just faded quiet till I couldn't feel you anymore. Love was breaking, love was breaking. If I could go back, I'd ask you one more time. Tell me where it hurts, let me hold the line. But you were already gone inside your head, and I was loving someone who was already dead. Now the house is hollow, echoes weigh your name. Every corner carries echoes of the blame. I still love you in the wreckage, in the ache, even though love was breaking for both our sakes. Love was breaking, long before the goodbye, long before the leaving. Love was breaking, and I kept saying stay when there was nothing left worth keeping. You didn't wanna hurt me, so you let it die in silence. Left me here with pieces in a heart that learned defiance. Love was breaking, and I'm still breaking too. Love was breaking, piece by quiet piece. Love was breaking, and now it's only me. Love was breaking. I gave you every sunrise I had left in me, painted them gold across your bedroom wall. You took them quietly, like they were always yours. Never said thank you, never said it all. I carried your shadows when the light got too heavy, held your silence like it was something precious and rare. You wore my devotion like a favorite sweater, worn for a season and left it somewhere. I thought love was something we built together, brick by brick, heartbeat by heartbeat. But you were just borrowing a place to rest, while I was swearing forever Love was yours, I was only the hands that shaped it. Love was yours, I was the fool who kept saying we made it. You walked away wearing every piece I gave, left me standing in the wreckage of promises I saved. Love was yours, it always was, and I was never enough. Your goodbye came wrapped in soft apologies. I still care, you said like that, soften the blade. I nodded like I understood the mathematics of how one heart can subtract itself from two and still be okay. Now the apartment echoes with the things you didn't take. Your half-empty perfume bottle marking the shelf. I spray it sometimes just to feel less alone. Breathe you in until the missing hurts itself. I keep replaying every moment you smiled at me, searching for the crack where I lost the right to stay. But the truth is colder than I want to admit. You never really belonged here anyway. Love was yours, I was only the mirror you look good in. Love was yours, I was the ending you were already writing. You took the best parts and called them memories, left me the questions and the empty space between. Love was yours from the very first kiss. Love was yours, I was just the risk. I don't hate you for keeping what I give freely. I don't even hate you for walking out the door. I just wish I'd known sooner that love isn't shared, it's only ever known. And you were never planning to return anymore. Love was yours, every tear I cried was yours to keep. Love was yours, every dream I buried 6 feet deep. You're somewhere smiling in a different light, while I'm still learning how to sleep at night. Love was yours, it always will be. Love was yours, and it was never me. All was yours. I thought I'd cry them all last Tuesday. Every drop I had left in the well. I stared at the ceiling till the streetlights flickered off, and told myself there's it no more hell. But the body remembers what the mind tries to bury. A quiet ache woke me at 4:30. It wasn't loud, wasn't angry, wasn't anything dramatic. Just one more tear knocking at the door. I wiped it away like it was nothing, like habit, like routine, like rain. But it kept coming, soft and stubborn, refusing to let the hurting end. One more tear for the way you said my name, like it still mattered. More tear for the promises we left scattered. One more tear, even though you're long gone and free. One more tear, because my heart still thinks you're next to me. I keep saying this is finally lets me breathe. I found your scarf in the winter coat pocket. Still smells faintly like the cologne you wore. I pressed it to my face like a drowning man finds air, and the dam broke open once more. Not a flood, not a storm, just a slow leak, a single line tracing down my cheek. I didn't stop, didn't scream, didn't call your phone. Just sat there letting the silence speak. I've apologized to empty rooms 100 times. Sorry for still feeling, sorry for the weight. Sorry that grief doesn't pack its bags neatly. Sorry it lingers like a guest who's late. One more tear for the mornings I still reach across the bed. One more tear for all the things we never said. One more tear for the version of us that almost won. One more tear, then maybe I'll be done. And they say tears clean the wounds, wash away the salt and the sting, but mine just keep polishing the memory till it shines brighter than anything. I don't wanna be healed if it means forgetting the exact shade your eyes turn when you smile. So I let one more fall, like tribute, like proof that what we had was real for a while. One more tear for the love that died so quietly. One more tear for the man who's learning how to be without your laugh, without your hand, without your light. One more tear in the long war against the night. One more tear, just one more. Then I swear I'll try to close the door. One more tear, just You said it so gently, I almost missed the knife. I think we're better as friends with that half smile. The room didn't shatter, the sky didn't fall. It just tilted a little and let me down soft. You touched my cheek like you were saying sorry for something you hadn't even done yet. I leaned in because that's what I always did, and you let me for one last breath. No scream, was such a soft goodbye. No bruises to prove you were ever here. Such a soft goodbye. Left me smiling through the worst kind of tears. You gave me the gift of no one to blame. Not even myself, not even you. Just a love that ran out of room to grow. And a soft goodbye that tore me in two. I replay the way you look back once. Has already forgiven me for loving you too hard. I mouth thank you to the empty hallway for making the worst moment of my life feel almost like grace. It was such a soft goodbye. I didn't know pain could be this polite. Such a soft goodbye. You left with my heart tucked in your pocket light. I hope whoever gets you next never has to learn how gentle you can kill. Because I'm still bleeding quietly from your soft goodbye. I always will. Goodbye. I turned the lights off at exactly 9:47. Same time you used to say goodnight, my love. Now the dark just sits heavier on my shoulders, and the clock keeps counting hours you're not thinking of. I still set 2 mugs out when I make coffee. One black, one with too much sugar, the way you like. I catch myself smiling at the empty cup. Then remember you're not coming back tonight. I tell everyone I'm doing better. They nod like they believe the lie. But every quiet mind betrays me and pulls your name across my mind. I'm still thinking about the way your laugh would fill the car. Still thinking how we said forever like it wasn't. Still thinking about the last time your hand found mine. Still thinking you might change your mind this time. Still thinking, even though you're already gone. Still thinking, maybe I got the ending Your half of the closet is still hanging open. Shirts you left behind like bookmarks in our story. I fold them sometimes just to feel the fabric. Pretend your warmth is still caught in the cotton. Not just memory. I drive past our favorite diner after midnight. The neon sign flickers like it's winking at the past. I don't go in, I just sit in the parking lot, watching shadows where we used to laugh. I know I should delete your number. I know I should stop checking if you're online. But hope is a cruel kind of habit, and I'm too tired to unlove you tonight. I'm still thinking about the promises we broke in silence. Still thinking if I held you different, would it make a difference? Still about the version of us that never but time just taught me how to miss you louder, how to carry your absence like a second heartbeat, how to love someone who's already found another. I'm still thinking, even when the world tells me to stop, still thinking your goodbye wasn't the last drop, still thinking maybe in another life we get it right, still thinking you'll wake up missing me tonight, still thinking God help me. I'm still thinking, still thinking, I cried in the shower so the water would hide it, let the steam swallow the sound of my breaking. Thought if I washed long enough I could rinse you out like cheap shampoo. Aching, but every drop that fell remembered your name. Every sob echoed louder than the drain. I stood there shivering, skin pruned and raw, crying for someone who doesn't care anymore. I told myself this was the last time, swore on the steam fog mirror I'd be fine, but promises to myself break easiest of all when the heart still answers every time you call. These are tears for nothing, so I'm wasting on a call. Tears for nothing, for a love that hurt the most. You're not coming back, you're not even thinking of the nights I'm still sinking, yet here I am drowning in tears for nothing. Tears for nothing. I keep your old playlist on shuffle at 3 a.m. Every song a small assassination. I sing along like it might summon you, like my cracked voice could cross the distance. The neighbors probably hear me through the wall. A grown man weeping a radio ballast. I don't care anymore, who knows I'm ruined. I just wish the crying would finally conclude. I've run out of reasons, run out of blame, tears for nothing, no one to catch them, no one to dry. Tears for nothing, just me saying another goodbye to the version of us that only lived in my head, to the hope that refused to be dead. I'm sorry I couldn't let go faster. These tears, they're all that's left after. For nothing. Nothing. Tears. I thought grief had an expiration date, like milk left too long on the counter. I waited for the sour smell to fade, for the ache to curdle and finally surrender. But morning still arrived with your absence, heavy as wet laundry draped across my lungs. I feel the same silence you left behind, and wear it like a coat that never quite fits anyone. I tried burning your letters in the kitchen sink, watch the flames eat every I love you we wrote, but the smoke just carried your handwriting higher and settled it back inside my throat. The pain stays, like a guest who never learned to leave. The pain stays, even after I begged on my knees. It sleeps in the hollow where your head used to rest. It wakes me at 3:17 with the same cruel request to remember how perfectly you used to fit. The pain stays, and it won't quit. I've redecorated every room in this house, moved the couch, changed the curtains to gray, but your shadow still finds the exact same corner, slips in quiet when the daylight decays. Friends say time will soften the edges, they mean well, but they never carried this kind of weight that doesn't bruise the shoulders, only the softest parts left behind. I've apologized to empty air 1,000 times, sorry for still loving what's already gone. Sorry for the way my voice cracks on your name, sorry the hurt keeps writing its own song. The pain stays, like rain that forgot how to stop. The pain stays, pulling in every place you drop. It lives in the pause between songs on the radio, in the half second before I say I'm okay, in the mirror that shows a man who's still waiting. The pain stays every single day. I don't wanna be healed if it means forgetting the way your laugh once sounded like summer rain. I'd rather keep the knife twisted exactly where it is than wake up one morning and feel nothing again. Because if the pain ever really leaves, what proof will I have that any of it was true? That I was yours once completely stupidly, before the world taught me how to survive. pain stays, not as punishment, not as chain. The pain stays because it still knows your name. It's the only thing that hasn't lied, the only thing that hasn't walked away and died. So I let it sit here, quiet in the chest. The pain stays. The pain. I still keep your side of the bed, mate, like you're coming home any day. Your sweater's folded on the chair, still smells like the perfume you used to wear. I talk to the silence, I wait for your ghost. Every creak in the hallway feels close, but it's never your footsteps, never your key. Just me learning how quiet forever can be. I should've let go when the cracks first showed, but I patched every hole with the love yous I owed. You were too much to lose, so I lost myself trying to keep you held so tight. My hands turned blue, now I'm empty and darling, so are you. Too much to lose. I broke the one rule love never forgives. I loved you more than I loved how to live, and now there's nothing left to give. Too much to lose. Your laugh still lives in the back of my throat. I choke on it every time I try to joke. I see your smile in every sunrise I hate, because it rises without you, and I'm still awake. I keep your last text saved on my screen. Good night, my love, from a life that's obscene. I read it like scripture, like maybe the words could pull you back through all the years and the hurt. I should've let go when your eyes turned away, but I begged the stars for one more day. You were too much to lose, so I lost myself trying to keep you held so tight. My hands turned blue, now I'm empty and darling, so are you. Too much to lose. I carved your name in the bones of my chest. Thought love was a war I could win with my best, but love isn't one, it just leaves you the rest of the nights that won't let you forget. I don't hate you for leaving, I hate that I understand you needed to breathe, and I was quicksand. I would have drowned us both just to hold your hand. You were too much to lose. Now I'm carrying ghosts in both shoes. Every step hurts worse than a bruise of watching someone I love choose to live without me, to finally be free while I'm still on my knees. lose. The coffee's cold again, 2 cups still sit, yours untouched since the morning you quit. I trace the rim where your lips used to rest, trying to remember how your warmth felt best. The house keeps every sound you left behind, creaking floors that echo your goodbye. I talk to walls and never talk back, asking ghosts the questions you won't answer. I replay every moment, every word we said, searching for the crack where love slipped at. But all I find is silence where you used to be, and the hole you carved keeps bleeding me. Why did you leave when I still taste your name on every breath I breathe? Why did you leave without a reason, without a fight, just grief? I would have held the storm, I would have burned the sky if you just told me why. Why did you leave? Why did you leave? Sweater's in the drawer, still smells like rain. I wear it sometimes just to feel the pain. The bed's too wide, the night's too long and still. I reach for you and grab an empty chill. I keep your voicemail safe like fragile glass, play them low when the loneliness crashes. You laugh 'cause deeper than any blade, because it's proof of all we couldn't save. I stand where you stood, stare at the same door, waiting for footsteps that won't come anymore. I whisper, come back to the empty space, but only echoes where your face. Why did you leave when my heart still beats your rhythm incomplete? Why did you leave? Took the light, the love, the air I need to breathe. I would have fought forever, begged on bleeding knees, if you just explain to me. Why did you leave? Maybe you were drowning and I couldn't see. Maybe love got heavy, set you free. Maybe someone else became your shore, while I kept waiting at our open door. But even if the truth would break me through, I'd rather know than spend forever without you. So tell me, darling, one last cruel gift. Why did you leave? Why couldn't we fix this? Why did you leave? Now the stars don't shine, the days won't green. Why did you leave? I'm still here holding pieces you won't retrieve. I love you in the quiet, I love you in the ache, but love can't live on questions it can't take. Why did you leave? Why did you leave? Silence is as loud. Take my forever You stood there folding shirts like they were maps to places you'd already decided to go. I watched your hands move careful, deliberate, packing away the life we used to know. No storm, no fight, no sudden thunderclap, just quiet choices stacking in a bag. You sipped it close, looked up and said my name like it was something you were trying to drag. I waited for the part where you turn back, where love will pull you harder than the door. But your eyes were already living somewhere else, and I was still standing on the shore. You chose to leave, not because the love ran dry. You chose to leave because staying felt more like a lie. You chose to leave and took the future we were growing, let me hold in echo, shadow, smoke. You chose to leave, and the choosing broke everything I still believed in. The apartment smells like absence now, your cologne fading faster than I thought it would. I keep the window open, hoping wind will carry some piece of you back through the neighborhood. I replay the moment you reach for the handle, the way your shoulders drop, relieved and small. You didn't slam it, didn't hesitate, just stepped into the hallway like you practiced it all. I didn't beg, I didn't chase you down the stairs, I let the door close soft between our lies. Because finding someone to stay is just another kind of goodbye. You chose to leave and the silence roared louder than any scream. You chose to leave, took the color out of every dream. You chose to leave while I was still rewriting endings, hoping one more page would change the scene. You chose to leave, and now I'm learning how to live inside the space between. I don't hate the choice you made that night, I hate how easily you carried it away, how you walked lighter with every step while I grew heavier with every day. You chose yourself, and I can't blame the heart that finally wanted air instead of chains. I just wish the leaving hadn't felt so final, like love was something only I maintained. You chose to leave, and I'm still here collecting what remains. You chose to leave, left me whispering your name in vain. You chose to leave, and the hardest part I face is knowing I would have chosen you in every single empty space. You chose to leave, and I'm still choosing you. You chose to leave, and I'm still here I still remember the night you said it was over. Your voice was calm like reading a weather report. No tremor, no tears, no crack in the armor. Just I think we should stop. Clean cut, clinical short. I stood there bleeding, words I couldn't hold in. Told you my heart was breaking in real time. You looked at me gentle, Almost sorry, but your eyes never flicker, never climb. I thought love was supposed to leave marks on both sides, a mutual we could bandage together. But you walked out all while I stayed bleeding. You didn't feel it, not even a little, never. You didn't feel it, the way the room lost all its oxygen. Silence you never, clawing in memories like they were words. You turned the page while I burned. You didn't feel it, and that's the part that hurts. I keep finding traces of you in small places, a receipt for 2 coffees dated last June. Your handwriting on a sticky note saying milk. I stare at it like it might still talk to me soon. I ask the mirror if I imagine the fire, the late nights, the promises, the way you once looked, but the reflection just shrugs. Tired of lying, says you were there, but you were already booked. I gave you every fragile piece I had left. You held them politely, then handed them back. Said thank you for loving me this much, then left without ever looking back. You didn't feel it, the earthquake that leveled my chest. You didn't feel it when us became less and then less. I replay your face in the doorway that night, searching for pain that was never inside. You were already gone before the goodbye hit. You didn't feel it, and I still can't quit. Maybe I love too loudly, too completely. Maybe my heart was too heavy to carry. Maybe you were never mine to begin with, just a guest who stayed until the morning. But the cruelest thing isn't that you left me, it's knowing you never once felt the weight of losing something you claimed to treasure. You walked away light while I'm still sinking under it. You didn't feel it, the way my soul tore when you said your piece. You didn't feel it, the forever that ended in one small release. I'm still here holding the ghost of your hand, trying to understand how a person can stand next to someone breaking and not even flinch. You didn't feel it, and I don't know how to unlove someone who never loved back. You didn't feel it, not even a little, never. I stayed up tracing shadows on the wall, waiting for your footsteps in the hall. I built bridges out of every sorry word, while you watched the distance grow undisturbed. I poured my heart like rain on barren ground, hoping you bloom where silence was found. But every plea I whispered in the dark felt like echoes with no answering spark. I through every storm, held the pieces when the fabric tore. You just stood there, hands inside your coat, watching love bleed out, never saying no. You never tried, not even once. Never reached when I was falling, never fought the months of quiet goodbyes and fading light. You let me disappear into the night. You never tried, you never tried. I memorized the way your silence sounded, every pause where love should have been founded. I begged the stars to make you turn around, but they just didn't like you without a sound. I kept your promises folded in my chest, even when they burned right through my best. You walked away like it was always planned, left me holding memories with empty hands. I screamed your name inside my hollow chest, hoping you would feel the ache I couldn't rest. But you were gone before the echo died. Never looked back, never even cried. You never tried, not even once. Never reached when I was falling, never fought the months of quiet goodbyes and fading light. You let me disappear into the night. You never tried, you never tried. Maybe you were scared, maybe you were numb. Maybe love was heavy and you chose to run. But I would've carried every weight you feared if you just whispered stay, but you disappeared. Now the house is quiet, the clock ticks slow. Your side of the bed still holds your ghost shadow. I whisper I love you to the empty air, knowing you'll never hear, you'll never care. You never tried, not even once. Left me drowning in the love I spun. All the years I gave, the tears I cried, you watched it die. You never tried.